Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for this energy activation session. This is a conversation heart to heart and consciousness with itself. Today I feel guided to speak about the importance of taking a rest, the importance of what nature does during winter when animals hibernate, when nature hibernates. And I have mentioned this in previous videos, like on the side note, but I don't remember actually making a whole video about the importance of the seasons of nature and how we relate to it as humans, as human bodies. So I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail here and mention a few things that I found very beneficial and helpful for this human body, and that may be beneficial and helpful for other human bodies. Now, by the time I have this video uploaded, winter solstice will have passed. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this done as fast as I would like to, but I think the information in here will still be beneficial. So just to have a quick idea, winter solstice, for those who don't know, is the shortest day and the longest night. So the amount of light and the amount of night, darkness, is at its most opposite. We have the shortest day and we have the longest night. Yes, that's winter solstice. And then the sun will be reborn and starts a cycle of life over again. So basically all the way up to winter solstice, nature goes into hibernation. It starts in fall with the fall equinox, when nature really starts getting ready for winter in most parts of our world. And where animals start collecting food, and in parts where it gets really cold, start getting ready for hibernation. And that leads up to winter solstice. And winter solstice is the turning point where basically the old finishes and ends and the new circle of life, whatever you would like to refer to, starts. Now the lunar year, or whatever you would like to refer to, really starts with April 1st, with spring. But the sun and nature start the beginnings in winter. So that's when, after the winter solstice, that's when the days start getting longer again. Now in the beginning, the first few weeks, you may not notice, but later on you will notice that the days start getting longer and the nights eventually keep shrinking and seem to be getting shorter. Now that doesn't change anything with our clock, obviously, because time doesn't exist. It's just a construct of the mind. But for nature, really, it changes the way nature behaves, if you so want, the way nature produces the output of energy. Yes, so the first part before winter solstice is getting ready to process, clear, and release old stuff. That's what nature does. When you look at nature in fall, a lot of trees lose their leaves, yes. A lot of plants stop growing, stop producing, stop sprouting, unless you live in a more warmer climate, yes. But naturally, nature tones down and goes into a sort of hibernation during the colder months, during the what we would call winter months, yes. And then after winter solstice, we can see that things start poking up again, that nature is slowly coming back to life, coming out of hibernation. Now the peak of blooming is in spring, that's for sure. It starts with the spring equinox. That's when new beginnings are to be seen. But in a lot of places we can see the first signs of growth, depending on the climate, sometimes in January or February already. So nature really, after the winter equinox, is getting ready to start a new cycle and produce again. And since we as humans are an integral part of nature, that exactly goes for us too. We have the fall where we slowly start going into hibernation, if you so want. Now, if you look at the ancients, during that time they would start collecting and start provisioning for winter, for the colder months. Yes, and during the winter months there wasn't much going on. People would just hunker down and take a rest, almost like bears hibernating, because they would conserve energy, and that gave the physical body as well as mentally and emotionally time to process, clear and release old stuff. Let's just call it old stuff, stuff that doesn't serve any longer, stuff that has been accumulated and collected throughout the year, and that then is looked at and seen that it doesn't serve any longer, and it's processed, cleared and released through the physical body. Yes. I am not sure what's been going on with the lighting with my camera here. I can see it going darker and lighter again, and it's, I don't know, I hope this still comes out where it's, I mean, it shouldn't affect the audio, so I'm sorry if the video turns darker and lighter. It's got something to do with the wind and the sun, I suppose, because somehow it keeps tuning out the whatever sunlight there is at the moment. Now it's overcast, and it's a little bit windy, but whatever, the lighting isn't the greatest today, and I apologize for that, but it is what it is. I've had a lot of construction going on in this neighborhood here lately, so it's been difficult to make videos in the first place, because I like to be outside when I make videos, and it's just been difficult with all the construction noise going on, so I try to do it on days where there is fairly quiet. And so I have to do with the weather lighting conditions as is. So my apologies if it's not turning out with the lighting, but at least you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. So at that point, I would like to say that this is not just a time to go within and process, clear and release, mentally and physically and emotional stuff that's been collected, like energy, debris, whatever you want to call it, stuff that doesn't serve any longer. Let's call it old stuff. Yes, we all have stuff that we hang on to, but it doesn't serve us any longer, whether it's emotionally, whether it's mentally, whether it's physical stuff. And the time around the winter solstice, really what we consider winter months, is a very good time, because the body slows down supposedly. And see, this is the big issue with our modern times, what we have right now. We humans are so busy throughout the year that we do not slow down anymore in winter, and that's why it is so difficult for a lot of human bodies, physical bodies, to process, clear and release during that time, because nothing slows down, because they still keep on going at the same steady pace, at a fast pace, as a quick pace. Life these days is usually at a very fast pace. It is unnatural for beings that are natural. Yes, we are natural beings, and we are an integral part of nature, and it is very unnatural for us to go non-stop. Yes, So this is a time to really process, clear, and release old stuff. But because a lot of human bodies do not slow down, they keep up the same pace during this time of year, they do not process, clear, and release and get rid of old stuff. And then they take it over into the new year when there should be new stuff coming in. But if you have your, let's say, glass full of old stuff, there's not much room for new stuff to come in. That's why a lot of humans, bodies, minds, feel that they are stuck in a loop going around and around like a hamster loop, or some people call it karma, where they feel like everything is repeating over and over again. It's because you do not get rid of your old shite. You don't get rid of your old stuff, so there's no room for new stuff to come in. Yes? So it is really beneficial to know this and to use this time of year to get rid of old stuff, whether that's old beliefs, whether that's old patterns and behaviors, whether that's old emotional baggage that you have been dragging around with you for many years, or maybe just the past year, maybe just for months. But all that stuff needs to be looked at and felt. This is how we can process, clear, and release it through the physical body, by looking at it and by processing it, really by dealing with it. When I say process it, that means you deal with it. You deal with your own shite. Yes? You do not just stick it somewhere in the back of your mind and say, oh, I'll take care of that later, because that will create a whole lot of issues you do not want to deal with, because these whole lot of issues will be more difficult to deal with than if you look at it in the first place. Yes? So that's really what I mean by going within and processing, clearing, releasing, is you dealing with whatever issues have accumulated throughout the whole year. Yes. And again, that could be either mentally, that could be emotionally, that could be physical stuff that you haven't dealt with. You know, it's a variety of things, and it could be smaller things and it could be bigger things, but they still affect on how well we go into the new year and how well we are able to see new opportunities, new growth, new possibilities in our reality, in our what we call life. Yes? And if we do not, again, if we do not get rid of the old, there is not much room for the new to come in, and then we feel like we're just repeating the same shite over and over and over again. Yes, that's why a lot of body minds feel like they're stuck in a loop. Yes, and that nothing is moving, nothing is going in their favor, nothing is moving forward. Because we have not learned to take care of our health mentally, physically, and emotionally, and we have forgotten the abilities that we have that are innate to us, that every physical body mind has, the ability of self-healing, of self-clearing, of taking care of your own stuff. Yes? You have that power. You have that power to make changes in your life at any given moment. Yes? It's just that during the winter months, the colder months, when nature goes into hibernation. Yes, let's go with that. When nature goes into hibernation, wherever you are in the world. Now, I know that in some parts of the world we have summer when there's winter in other parts of the world, and vice versa. So I'm talking about what would be your hibernation time for nature. Yes, when the trees lose their leaves, when nature stops growing and nature reduces to the minimum energetic output. Yes, those are the months where the human body mind should also reduce to the minimum energetic output. And since we don't do that these days, since we steadily keep going, yes, we often miss the opportunity to take that time to go within and to look and deal with old stuff. Yes, we need to look at old stuff, no matter what it is in your life for your physical human body. You look at old stuff and you deal with it. That means processing it, yes? So that you can basically check it off. Now that's a mental thing, yes? But if you deal with it with your physical body, emotionally, mentally, and physically if need be, then you can process that and release that energy that is old stuff, old energy that may be holding you back from getting into new energies, into new perspectives, into new opportunities and possibilities that once the sun starts the new cycle will show up for every single physical human body. But a lot of them don't recognize it because they're so full of old stuff that they don't have room for new stuff to come in, okay? So another thing during this time of year is detoxing. And I made a whole long video about body detoxing and why it's important and why it is healthy and why we should be doing it all year long, basically. But especially during this time of year, it is beneficial. In the time when nature hibernates, it is beneficial because it can help us process, clear, and release old stuff from the physical body, yes? So detoxing stuff that doesn't benefit the body should be done all year. So I'm not saying just do it during winter months, but it is extremely beneficial and supports processing, clearing, and releasing old stuff if we do that in combination with going within and looking at stuff. Okay, so it's because you want to, no matter what it is that you're dealing with in life, you want to look at it mentally, emotionally, and on a physical level, yes? Because no matter what it is, it does affect you mentally, emotionally, and physically. So it needs to be dealt with mentally, emotionally, and physically. And the body detox, it doesn't matter what form of detox you're doing. Body detox supports energetic detoxing, energetic clearing, yes? So because everything is energy, so even if you detox your physical body, it is still a form of energy clearing, yes? So as for detoxing, I just mentioned I made a whole long video about body detoxing, and you can find that in my intuitive reflections videos. I have a recipe for body detoxing, and if I remember, I will put that in here. It's a mixture of apple cider vinegar, raw chili peppers, or you can use chili pepper flakes, dried flakes, honey. It has garlic, and it has onions, raw garlic, raw onions, and I believe there was something else that goes in it. And so basically you're pickling the raw ingredients, let it sit for a little bit, and it draws liquids. It draws from the raw ingredients, from the onions, from the garlic, it draws. And you can either just spoon that syrup that it produces. Me personally, I eat the whole thing. And I usually take 1 spoon a day, and I haven't had a cold per se in, I think, 2 years. Once in a while I get a runny nose a little bit, but it's not even worth to call it a cold. But because I do regular detoxing, because you have to understand that every cold, every illness, sickness that we have in this physical reality, that the physical body can have, is a form of detoxing, is a form of the body getting rid of stuff, yes? Diarrhea, yes, is a form of the body getting rid of stuff. So if we do not regularly detox our body will do the detoxing in any way, shape, or form possible. And that can come out as a cold, as a flu, as a pneumonia if need be, as a sore throat, as diarrhea, stomach issues, yes? So really helps to comprehend that and regularly detox the body, so the body doesn't have to get a cold to detox or diarrhea to detox. Yes. So I have that recipe, and if I remember, I will link that. It's a 1-minute video. And I'm a big fan of just in general using herbs. You can use that as a tea, or you can add fresh herbs into cooking. All of that is very beneficial, and I don't want to go into a whole lot of which herbs are for what. You can read up on all of this online. Yes, ginger is very beneficial, whether you use it dried, whether you use it fresh, whether you use it, ginger also goes into that detox mix. It's garlic, onions, ginger, and then peppers. Preferably everything fresh, but the peppers you can also use dry, because most peppers contain capsaicin, and not the sweet bell peppers, I don't think they do, but most spicy peppers, chili peppers, contain capsaicin, which is a pain reliever. Yes, so instead of buying a pain reliever over the counter, yes, you can use peppers for pain relief. Yes, and if you take it regularly, like for instance for cooking, then you don't need to use anything in addition. That will get your body the levels of pain relief that you need if you have chronic pain, if you have constant pain, and even if you only have pain once in a while. Yes, then you can use peppers. You can use it externally and you can use it internally, because obviously peppers are healthy to eat too. If you have to look at whatever you can tolerate. I eat fresh peppers too, spicy peppers, but it's up to your tolerance level, whatever you can tolerate to eat, whatever your stomach can stomach. Yeah, but all that is very healthy. Ginger, we use in cooking, we use fresh. I love getting the pickled ginger at the Asian food store that we have. They have pickled ginger in like jars, and I eat that. I love it. I also have, if I find it here, I use this here. This is, let me see, it's ginger sliced, crystallized, dried ginger root, preserved with a palm sugar coating, cane sugar coating, sorry. So I eat that regularly. That helps with stomach issues. That helps with heartburn if you suffer from heartburn. It's good for digestion in general. It's good as a detox aid. It helps to support your body's immune system. Ginger, definitely. And it doesn't matter if it's in that dried. Yes, it has some sugar on it to preserve it, but if you can rub that off too if you want. I do believe they have dried ginger slices that don't have sugar on it. I like these ones because I eat them regularly, and it's not as if I eat like a handful. I eat I don't know, maybe 5 slices a day. But it definitely helps to support your body's immune system, and it helps your body detox stuff that you don't want to have in your body. Okay. Another thing that is definitely beneficial and that I have been drinking a lot is when you make hot lemonade, because that's what lemonade used to be. Yes, because lemon, a little bit of salt. I use Himalayan pink salt. You can use sea salt. You can use other types of salt. I like the Himalayan because it has a lot of magnesium and stuff in it, additional to the salt. Yes, so a little bit of salt, like maybe an 1/8 teaspoon. Yeah, very little. And a fresh pressed lemon. Now I have lemon in my backyard that I use. They're wild lemons and they're delicious. They're not quite as tangy, but you can use any lemon basically, even grapefruit. and you use hot water, you put the 1 lemon in, put the salt in, and put 1 to 2 teaspoons of honey, and that also boosts your immune system. It gets rid of mucus that can collect within the body. Yes, if you have a lot of mucus, if you have sinus issues, yeah, like here, that is a sign that your body is collecting shit, literally, that needs to be get rid of. And the hot lemonade helps you get rid of stuff like that, helps get rid of mucus that is collecting within the body. Okay, whether it's here or here, it doesn't matter. So if you drink that regularly, you can also drink hot apple cider vinegar, a teaspoon in hot water, with or without honey. Yeah, because that in itself will clear out your system. There are a lot of other ways to detox, boost your immune system. Now, I don't want to list everything here because I already made videos for that, and I just wanted to mention it because it's part of the process we're body minds going through during this time of year, during the winter months. Yes, and again, the winter months are not always the same for everybody. In some countries, the winter months are in June, July, August. Yes, where it's the coldest. So you have to go by, not by the month of that. Again, that is just another timing of the mind, another construct of the mind, the months. You go by nature. You go by if your nature, if you, the part where you're living in, if nature is going into hibernation, that's when human bodies should go into hibernation. Now, that's not saying quit your job and stop working. That is not what this is saying. That is saying it's the time to go within, to look at your stuff that you have accumulated and start processing, clearing, and releasing, meaning dealing with it and getting rid of old stuff. Yes? And that includes the physical body. So detoxing during that time is very beneficial because it helps move energies faster. Yes, if you detox and do the inner processing, clearing, releasing at the same time. Yes? This is what the ginger looks like, by the way, and they come in different sizes in that one package. Some of them, I think, come as sticks. It depends on where you buy it and whatever your preferences are. This does not taste as strongly or as spicy, because ginger is spicy. It's a spice. It's not an herb, it's a spice. It doesn't taste as spicy as if you eat raw ginger, but it still has a lot of the same benefits because the way it is freeze-dried, I think, or processed, it preserves the benefits of raw ginger. So this is still very healthy and beneficial, and I like eating it. So I'm doing a Reiki and I'm still having light issues. I moved my camera around in my seating and it's still having issues today. I think it's the way the sun is coming in and it's behind the trees, and every time the trees move, because that's what it looks like. Every time the trees move, because we have some wind going on here today, it gives the camera issues. So again, I apologize for whatever lighting issues I'm having today, and I'm sorry if it's not, but as long as you can hear me, I mean, that's the important part. So the video, the Reiki video will be for processing, clearing, and releasing, let's just call it old stuff, old shite. Whatever needs to be processed, cleared, and released. And to bring in, let's call it inner balance, harmony, and inner peace. Because that's really what these months are about, to bring balance and harmony to the within and the without. Yes? And that includes inner peace. Because if you have inner peace, you will project that outwards, and then your perceived reality will be in peace too. Yes, that's why during when Christmas is celebrated, which is really just winter solstice renamed. Yes. But when Christmas is celebrated, because that is the birth of the sun, and Christmas celebrates the birth of the sun. Yes. So you see how this is going. And it doesn't matter what faith you're subscribing to. It's all mind control and really just a play of the mind. Yes. Winter solstice celebrates the birth of the sun in the sky. And Christmas celebrates the birth of the sun from the sky. Yeah. So it's yes, you see where I'm going with this. And I don't want to go into any more detail. There is no judgment here. Whatever faith you're subscribing to, if you're subscribing to religion, that is, you know, everybody mind's choice. But eventually, once you go within enough, you see through all of that. You see through all of it. So this is the time to cultivate inner peace, which then radiates outwards, because it always comes from the inside outwards. So whatever you hold within, you can then project outwards. And when you have that inner balance, inner harmony, inner peace that you can attain or find or whatever, cultivate by going within, processing, clearing, releasing old stuff, yeah, you find that inner balance, inner harmony, inner peace. You will then project that outwards. And there's a song, Joy to the World. Yes, because if you have the joy within, you bring it outwards and you bring joy to the world. That's what it is. And then your external, perceived external reality, what we call the world, will reflect that back to you. Yes, will reflect peace, harmony, and balance back to you. That's how this works, people. Anyway, so the Reiki will be for clearing old stuff and then bringing in, activating, processing, clearing, and releasing, and activating inner balance, harmony, and inner peace. So we can then project that outwards. Yes. And for the Reiki, I'll be using, this is bloodstone. It's, I don't know if with the lighting, but it's red and green. It's I usually call it heliotrope, but I think it's better known as bloodstone. And this will help purify. That's what this is well known for, to purify energies. Yes, so this will help process, clear, and release. And once you process, clear, and release all that old shite, you will be able to find that inner peace, inner balance, inner harmony. Okay, so that's what the Reiki will be for. And I will also do a clearing with the tincture bells, energetic clearing, also clearing whatever needs clearing. So all of my videos, and I just like to say this over and over, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I am not promising you healing. I am sending out activations to get you started with the process of processing, clearing, releasing, which is called healing. Yeah? Healing is just another word for dealing with shite. And once you deal with that, your physical body will then be able to heal whatever needs healing. Yes, because every physical body is capable of self-healing. Any and all. I have a video on how I healed a broken wrist, which I had last summer. It's now a year and 5 months ago, I think. And I was told by various doctors that if I did not get surgery, because I had a double fracture, this one and this one were both broken, like in this area. And I did get an x-ray because I needed to know if there were any splinters or anything. Now I was lucky that there wasn't any like big splintering and stuff, but I healed this by myself. And I was told by several different doctors that if I did not get surgery, I would lose use of my hand, and they may even have to amputate if there was no more blood flow flowing, and la 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 la. All these things that the external likes to tell us, yes? And if we don't have the awareness now, there is a difference if you end up in a motorcycle or a car accident and you lay bleeding on the street. Yes, that's when modern medicine, whatever you want to call it, is very useful to stop you from bleeding to death. Yes? But the healing process comes from within. They just like to tell you it's them healing you. No, it's your own body healing. Yes? So with me, I wasn't bleeding. There wasn't an open wound or anything. It was 2 bone fractures. Yes? And I knew I could heal this, and I healed it. And I have full use of my hand. And I made various videos about that already. I have full use of my hand. I have no issues with it. Yes? There is no problem with this. I use 10-finger typing, and I'm as fast as I used to be before I broke my wrist. So you have to have that own discernment, and you have to really have that inner knowing that you can do this yourself. Again, not if you're laying bleeding on the street because you were just in an accident. That's where the modern medicine is helpful. Yes, it all has its place, but they don't heal you. Your body heals. Yes, they just patch you together and then your body heals. But in a lot of cases, you don't need that. You can do your own healing right from the start. You don't need nobody telling you what to do. You don't need nobody telling you they're healing you. Yes, you're doing it yourself. It's just that you have been sold that someone else is doing the healing for you. That's not true. Yeah, every physical body does their own healing. Every physical body has that capability. Just like you can do your own detoxing. You don't need to buy products at the store for detoxing. That's all just waste of money. You can make your own detox products. Like I said, apple cider vinegar, or that other mixture that I have a video for, or just hot lemon with honey, a pinch of salt in it. Yes, you don't need to buy expensive detox stuff. That's all just brainwashing right there, telling you you need that in order to. No, you don't. All right. So anyway, so we're going to do clearing. And again, you can do your own clearing. You don't need my videos. You don't need me telling you all of this, because you know all this already. You know everything I know, because we're all one consciousness. Yes, we're all connected. You have the same access to the information that I do. It's just, are you aware of it? Are you making use of it? Are you accessing that information? Or are you in the belief, because it comes down to what beliefs are you holding? Are you believing that you have to have someone else tell you what to do? That's what it comes down to. Are you believing that you need help from the external? You don't. I'm telling you, you don't. But if that's what you're believing, then your body will follow suit of what you are believing in your mind and in within. Yes? Your body can only heal if you tell your body to heal, if you believe in your own body. If you don't believe in your own body, it will not heal. Yes? That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Your beliefs. What are you holding in your brain, in your mind? Yeah? Okay, so this is an activation to process, clear, and release whatever needs processing, clearing, and releasing, and that is different for every single physical body, but it still works for every single physical body, because this is an activation to start with the process off, okay? So we're gonna process, clear, and release old stuff, right? And you can breathe with me. I breathe in, I ding the bells, and I breathe out, and that process clears and releases through the physical body, because this is a physical reality, people. So we need to clear through the physical body. Yeah? If you're not physical, you have none of these problems, because you're not physical. Hello? Yes? But since we're physical, in a physical reality, we have to clear through the physical body. Okay? Crying, very beneficial. I mentioned that before. Yeah? Our tears are emotional discharge. Yes? So crying is very beneficial, and to tell somebody, it doesn't matter if it's an adult crying or if it's a child crying, to tell someone, oh, don't cry, that's the worst thing you can do, because crying is very beneficial, okay? All right, we process, clear, and release old shit. That was very wobbly. There's a lot of resistance there. There are a lot of body minds that like to hang on to their old stuff. Just like there are people who like to clutter their, let's say, living space, their homes, with old stuff. There's a lot of body minds that like to hang on to old stuff because it's familiar and it feels comfortable, even though it's not comfortable. A lot of times it's very uncomfortable, but it feels comfortable because it's a familiar uncomfortable, and so instead of getting rid of it, they rather hang on to it, and then it takes over their lives. Okay, just like with any type of mental, emotional, physical issues, once it takes over your life and you're living it, it will just continue that way, because then that's what your reality is reflecting back to you, because that's your output. Yeah, if your output is drama, the reflection back to you will be drama. If your output is, let's say, unhealthy, the reflection back to you will be unhealthy. Yeah, okay, so we're clearing some more. One more time. That's right, that's cord cutting, people. Just get rid of it. All right. we as humans are an integral part of nature. So the path of nature is also our path. And when nature takes a rest, it helps for humans to also take a rest from the busy mind clutter and the busy lives we're all leading. Take a rest and go within to reevaluate and reassess what is essential and what is truly important in our lives. And then, just like nature, come out of that slumber, out of that rest, and start a new circle of life. I see you, I appreciate you, I honor you. So much love and blessings. So, to come to the end of this video, that's already been longer than I had imagined, and to sum it all up, the winter months, the coldest month of the year, wherever you are. Now, I'm in Florida, so we don't have that much cold, but you can still tell that it's getting cooler and that nature is taking a break. So that's what I'm talking about. If you live somewhere where there is no snow, don't wait for the snow, okay? That's not necessarily going to happen, but you will, if you're observant of nature, you will know when your nature is starting to hibernate and starting to go into sleep and then start renewing, okay? So the winter months are there for us to go within, just like nature goes within and takes a break. Yes, and again, this doesn't mean take a break from work. Don't take off 3 months of work. That's not what this is talking about. But slow down your pace. Mentally, emotionally, slow down your pace. Yes? And make time for yourself. This is very important. Make time for your own physical body. Yeah? Make time for going within. And if you're not a fan of meditation, now meditation is very, very beneficial. But if you're not a fan of meditation, you can do walking meditations in nature. You can meditate while you're cooking. You can meditate while you're in the shower. It doesn't have to be a 1-hour meditation with candlelight. That's not what this is saying, okay? You can meditate, meaning mentally shutting down your mind, not falling asleep, but really calming down the mind and calming down all that mind chatter that is keeping you from going within and from getting your inner guidance. Yes, once you calm down that mind chatter, you will feel that inner voice, that inner guidance, that intuition come through, and then you will know. And if you listen to your body will tell you what your body needs. If your body needs more rest, yes, maybe your body needs 1 day rest and 1 day exercise and another day rest, and it's not saying during the winter times do not exercise. That is not what this is saying, okay? It's just saying that your overall body needs to go into a pause mode, yes, mentally, emotionally, and physically, where your body can recharge, where you can go within and deal with stuff that you haven't dealt with all year. There's a lot of us who have stuff that we put on the back burner and don't want to deal with it. Yes, and then it comes around and bites us in the booty. So there is always stuff that needs to be dealt with. Yes, even if you're good all year to process, clear, and release, there is still some stuff that needs to be handled. Now, it may not be as much. Some body minds may have more stuff to clear and release than others, but it's always good, again, during the winter months, the colder months, to slow down, to take time for yourself. Yes, take walks in nature. That's very beneficial. Take a hot shower or a hot bath if that makes you feel good, or even just a hot foot bath. That's very beneficial. That's a form of energy release. Yes, energy clearing. A foot bath can be energy clearing. Yes, just deep breaths out in the cold. Make snow angels if you have snow. I personally used to live in Michigan, Colorado, and in parts of Germany. I miss the snow. I do. Yes. I don't miss snow shipping, snow shoveling. But I do miss the snow in itself, because the snow too has a grounding and clearing energy. Very beneficial. Yes. Use nature. You don't need to buy expensive products. You don't need that. Use what you have out there in nature to help you process, clear, and release, meaning dealing with old stuff. Okay? And then that makes room as the sun is born again after the winter solstice. Yes? Or if you believe as Christian that the sun is born, yes? As the sun is born and starts a new life cycle, yes? You get rid of old stuff and make room for new stuff. Yes, for that higher, what people consider higher self, higher consciousness, Christ consciousness to come in. Yes, Christ is a title, by the way. There wasn't just one Christ if you want to go with the storyline. Yes, it's a title. So if you clear and get rid, and it needs to be processed in order to be cleared. Yeah, that means it needs to be dealt with in order to be cleared and get rid of. Yeah, if you do all this, you make room for what's to come in spring, for the new opportunities, new growth, new possibilities, new blossoms, new life, basically. Yeah, and that could be new opportunities at work, or maybe a new housing opportunity. There could be all kinds of new opportunities for your life. But if you do not want to go in loops, well, what people call karma, over and over and over again, to relive the same like Groundhog Day, you need to start getting rid of old stuff so it doesn't come up again in your new circle of life. Okay, I think that's something that we have lost as humans for the most part, especially in what we consider the modern world. Yeah, we have lost the ability to take care of our own stuff, to take the responsibility for it. And so then we're looping and we're wondering, why is it not getting better? Why is it not going? Why are we still like stuck here like in a hamster wheel? Yeah, if you feel like that, you go within, you look at what is going on there and look at what needs to be get rid of, process, cleared, release. Yes, old stuff that you may have not wanted to look at for years. Look at it, deal with it. Yes, as painful as that might be, it's painful then, but it does not drag throughout your whole life. Whereas if you keep it, if you hold on to it, yes, then it gets more painful. The longer you hold on to it, the more painful it will get. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So this is the time to deal with old stuff, get rid of old stuff, and make room for new stuff. Yes, that's what this time is for. Just like nature. Yeah, you shed the old leaves, and then you're getting ready to start blossoming and blooming again. A new cycle of life. Yes. I hope that brought some new information or some helpful information. And again, I'm sorry about the lighting issues. The sun is not on my side today, or it's the trees, it's the wind, whatever. It's all beneficial. It's as long as you can hear me. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. And I hope that this has been beneficial in any way, shape, or form. And if you would like to, feel free to look at my previous videos. All my videos are connected. And if you have questions, please leave a message and I will try to answer this to the best of my abilities. But again, a lot of my previous videos contain information that may not be in this video that may still be helpful. So it always helps to look at the previous videos too. I have a whole bunch of longer videos and shorter videos, and it's all interwoven and interconnected. So basically it's all beneficial in some way, shape, or form. Okay? I see you, I appreciate you, I honor you. The light within me recognizes that light within you, because we are all one. One consciousness, one light, one. Okay? Namaste.